What a mess. What a mess. Son of a... Alright, what we did is we went ahead and put our vinegar on there. Now we used the 20%, and I actually went ahead and put another coat on it from after what you saw was the, yeah, so we're gonna wash it off and see how it turns out. Alright, so what we're doing, watch out, Minnie. You're gonna have to get over here, the wind's blowing. There you go. What we're gonna do, we're gonna wet this down. I want you to pay close attention to this now as I wash it down with our steel wool. We got a lot of action going on. I want to show everybody. Now, I will say this, when you wash it with steel wool like this, it's gonna look like it's rust, but it's not. Tell them what it is.
It's just a chemical reaction. It turns the yellow, orange.
So I'm going to take my steel wool, and while I got my water running on it, look what's going on over here. Okay, it's basically eating the rust off. When doing this, that you get all of the vinegar off the car. Because if you don't, what happens, Nate?
It's going to have a reaction with your primer.
That's right. So what the vinegar is doing is it's literally killing the rust. Alright? Now we noticed on this car that it's not really rusted on the bottom, it's just the top half. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So
it's looking good now.
not really.
Hell, you ought to just clear coat it.
Sell it as a rat rod.
Do it rat rod style.
I'll tell you, man, that's the way to go. That would be the way to go. Now, when this dries, it's actually going to turn orange. And that's just because, why, Minnie?
The chemical reaction, I guess.
I think what I'm going to do before I go home tonight is I'm going to put one very thick coat of the 20% vinegar solid, no reducer, on the surface rust spots on the roof. I'm going to let that sit overnight. I'll probably get this spot here. Come on over here, I want to show you. This is what vinegar will do once it starts drying. See how that's turning black? Now what that's doing, that's letting you know that it's killed the rust. Okay, and that's what we got to have up here. Alright, you can see right here that's still pretty rusty. Alright, and this is not rust through, this is surface rust. This is extreme surface rust that we're looking at right here that we have got to get rid of. Look where it's turned black right here. And that's what we want. And you can see as I rub it, it's still taking rust off. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the car and I'm going to let it sit out here for about 10 minutes. I'm going to let it dry. It's a Vega. That's basically what it amounts to. It's a Vega, Minnie.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, we all know.
Why does some guy want to restore a fucking Vega? You know, look at me. My shoes are soaking wet all the way up to my ankles. All right, it's what, 5 o'clock at night on Saturday,
You know, you chose this career, Pete.
and I'm working on a fucking Vega. So you'd be pissed off too if you were like, you know, cleaning toilets out and you know, going back on that angle instead of working in a fucking dental office.
That made no sense.
Yeah, it did.
No,
So you got a job as a dental assistant, and you fucking, you know, they turn you into a toilet cleaner.
On and
Okay?
on. And I worked in an office where I cleaned the toilets, so what? I got paid for it.
Bullshit. All right, am I getting paid to do all this? I don't know.
Yes, you're getting paid to do it all. It's inclusive.
All right, this is.
Bitch, bitch, bitch. Come on, I'm ready to go
No, I
home.
got a little sandblaster. I was thinking in my head, maybe I can take my little sandblaster and sit here for like 6 fucking hours and sandblast all the surface rust. I don't know.
Sounds like a job for me.
I do know one thing, okay? I do know one thing.
That you're loud and obnoxious.
No, it's a fucking Vega.
Loud and
It was
obnoxious.
nice to have one of these when you were 15, 16 years old. You put a fucking V8 engine in it, and you go out and hot rod it and have a good time. But, you know, 2017, what is that, 50 fucking years later? Son of a bitch. And I don't have any other shoes. This is the only shoes I fucking own.
Wah, wah, wah.
Look what I just found.
What did you find?
This is one of the most hated restorations I'm doing. You know, I was having a good time, thought I was having a good time restoring this car, but look what we just found. We found an authentic, original, factory OEM emblem that says "Fuck off, Vega." Okay, it's a Vega emblem. Should I keep that for good luck in my pocket?
Well, yeah, we're gonna glue it on the car. Oh, look at all the water pouring out of it.
Yeah, great. I must have loosened the dirt. Let's see. Did we loosen the dirt?
Wow.
Yeah, look at all that. We must have loosened up the f***ing dirt inside the... There you go. Get that shit out of there. Son of a bitch. Did I show you what the soda blaster did? Said he was doing me a favor, and he went ahead and soda blasted the jams. I said, yeah, you did me a great favor,
That's
buddy.
so nice.
Look at the inside of the f***ing car.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Watch out, I'm gonna slam it again one more time. I guess we better go over here and slam this door. Come on, bring it over here. Because I guarantee you this fucking thing, oh hell yeah, listen to that. There it goes.
The dirt's got all the little holes plugged up.
Yeah,
Now it's coming out good.
might as well let that bitch drain. Bitch. So if I don't get anything out of this, I got one thing. I got a souvenir that I'm gonna keep for the rest of my life that says Chevy Vega right there.
Oh, and you can believe he'll keep it for the rest of his life.
I'm gonna go put that on my shelf with all my bullshit antiquity stuff. And you know, this is what I collect. Okay, something that's not worth nothing. Because when I die, guess what? You ain't gonna be able to sell this at the estate sale. Nobody's gonna want it.
Damn it.
Might as well collect shit that ain't worth no money, okay? We got water coming out still. Son of a... What the hell was that? Did you hear a boom?
Ghost in the car.
Alright. We bitched enough, we hollered enough, we see what's going on. It's been a big job, big fiasco day. Look what's happening up here. Look what we got. That's not rust, everybody, okay? That's a chemical reaction. Look. It'll come right off. We gotta do something about that. Do you think I ought to put some Port 15 on it? Do you think I ought to take my grinder to it and grind it down a little? I think I'll do that.
I think we should 80 grit it and...
I've already 80 gritted it.
Oh.
I've 36 gritted it. You should have seen it before I did that.
Well, I didn't know. And why are you screaming
It's
at
a
me?
piece of shit.
God, man.
what we're doing, we're working on our 76 Vega station wagon that we're going to be converting into the Nova, because that's what the guy wanted initially. And well, you know the backstory, and if you don't, go to our previous videos on this little project and check it out. But what I'm doing now is I'm DA sanding the car down. We went and had it soda blasted, and I washed the car with vinegar. And if you look right here, you can see where the vinegar has actually dripped down from where we used it. I didn't do the whole car because the whole car really didn't need it. The bottom half of it was in pretty good shape. We got a little bit of action going on the rocker panel here, which is actually made out of galvanized steel. Thank God, because that would probably be rotted and rusted through. I'm looking over on the lower quarter right there next to the door, and I see some rust. Hopefully we can grind that out and we'll be okay. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now. Trying to get it all DA sanded down so we can get our epoxy primer on it to seal the car. And then the next step, what we'll do is we'll take it over to the sandblasters and get the bottom of the car sandblasted. You can kind of get an angle of what it looks like down there. Very, very nasty, very nasty. These cars were not built to restore. We got to replace that. I've already mentioned that. Actually, I have that section that I was going to put on the other car, so we're in good shape with that deal. But you know, these cars were not designed to restore. They were not made to restore, and to restore these cars takes a lot of work because they just weren't a restorable car. And restoring one of these cars takes a lot of work. And if it sounds like I'm repeating myself, that's because I'm basically tired of already working on it. A lot of work. I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. DA sanding this thing. It's now, what is it, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, a day that I should be out enjoying myself, maybe me and Minnie the body shop girl going somewhere doing something, but I'm here working because that is the life of a fucking self-employed person that owns a paint and body shop. And anybody out there that has some little rat hole shop that's trying to make a living to survive will understand what the fuck I'm talking about, because my shop is basically a rat hole shop. And when I say that, that's because I don't have any professional employees here. I work alone, and I do what I gotta do to pay my fucking bills, and that's all I do, is pay bills. So yeah, if it sounds like I'm a little irritated today and pissed off, that's because I am. Now, this is actually attempt number 2 to build this car for this guy. The first little attempt didn't fucking work out too good. And if you look right there, that's attempt number 1. Yeah, that thing right there. So with a little bit of luck and a lot of fucking manual labor, maybe, just maybe, we can get this piece of shit looking like a fucking car and down the road and out of my shop is basically what the situation is. We ran into some serious situations on the roof. The roof was very, very rusted out. I'm talking seriously rusted. And we had it soda blasted. We thought that would take it off, but it didn't. It took a lot of it off. Go back into the videos, you'll see how rotted this thing was looking. It's actually in 150 times better shape than it was. I have been going back on it, grinding it down. I think I've grinded it as far as I can grind it. Did I mention hail damage on this fucking thing? Did I say that? You can't see it, but when we get to the bodywork, you will not believe how many fucking dents are on this fucking car. You will not believe it. It actually looks like it's a straight car. It looks beautiful. It looks nice and clean. But let me tell you what, let me see if I can catch it this way with the light. I don't even know if I can. Here, let's close that down for one, and then let's see if we can ride the roof. And look at the fucking hail damage on this car. Look at it. Can you see that? Can you see the reflection of the fucking hail damage on this thing. It's just unbelievable. We're not talking the roof, we're talking all over. You know, the problem you have is, look at the metal on this. It's like a fucking aluminum can is what it is. We got a major dent here, we got to pull that out. This whole section right in here is completely caved in. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of major fucking body work. Look down the side of this and just follow the light with the camera. Yeah, this is all crushed in. This whole section right here is crushed in. It's, you know, it looks really good in red primer though. I can say that for it. It looks really, really fucking good when we bought it, and it was in red primer, you know? Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people, they ask me, they say, how much to paint my car? I can't give you a price, because this is a good example. If you bring your car to me and it looks like this one right here, and you say, I need my car painted, how much? I can't give you a price until we strip it down to bare metal and see what the fuck is wrong with that car. I cannot give you a price on what I will charge to do the job, because this is what happens. You get the car stripped down and it has damage beyond fucking belief, and you're going over the car, and now you have just fucked yourself in the ass by telling somebody how much you would do it without really inspecting the vehicle as it sits right here. Now, I want to let everybody out there know that this guy only wants me to do the body work and paint it. That's it. He's going to put it all back together. He is going to reassemble the vehicle at his house, but all he wants me to do is the body work, rust repair, and paint. But do you see the fucking disaster we have by just doing that? Now you're probably looking at this roof and you're saying to yourself, oh my God, that thing is rotted out. That roof skin needs replaced. Do you know what it would take to replace a roof skin on this car? I don't even see any spot welds. I'm thinking that this whole roof is one section that is basically put on the car up here in the cowling somewhere. That this whole roof actually comes down here and then goes into the cowling area, because that's the first place that I even see pop rivets. No fucking way. There's no way I'm replacing the roof on this car. One more thing we got is this roof is going to be a vinyl top car. So we're going to put a vinyl top on this, but we still got to do all the body work. Just because it's going to have a vinyl top doesn't mean we can eliminate doing body work on this, because it'll show through the vinyl top. Now, I have treated this metal with several different products, and one of them is right here. And I made a video on this stuff. It actually worked pretty good. It didn't remove all the rust. Okay, it's not a rust remover tool that is going to work magic for you, but it did take, I would say, 75% of the rust off the car. All this deep rust that you're looking at, all this surface rust that's real deep, it's not going anywhere. The only thing you can do is treat it, okay? You can treat it with vinegar, and I want to show you the vinegar that we used on this, which is right here. This is the strongest potent vinegar you can use. This will eliminate and kill the rust. Not eliminate it, but it will kill the rust where it won't rust anymore. This stuff right here is a removal gel. Now, I will say this worked good, but when you're doing something like this, don't expect it to take all the fucking rust off, because it's not going to happen. There's nothing out there that will remove all that unless you sandblast it or you dip the whole car in a fucking giant vat and leave it there for a week. Which we're not going to be doing that shit either. So the only other thing we can do is we can treat this rust. Where's my spray? With some chemicals such as this right here called rust treatment. Now, I have had very, very good luck with this stuff, and it seems to hold up very, very well. Now, what this does, it claims to destroy the rust on contact, and then it turns it into a black primer. And I've been using this stuff for many, many years. They have just started selling this brand right here in Napa Auto Parts. All right, you used to only be able to get this from a wholesale supplier. Shit, I don't even know the name of the place, but it was very, very hard to get. And they now make it Permatex brand. And I'm advertising this because I believe in this product. So if you see me advertising something, that means I believe in it. Where's that shit at? Here we go. Now, do I believe in this product here? Not to remove the rust, 199%, and I don't give a shit what they tell you. If they say you didn't do it right or you didn't do this, that, and the other, go back in my video, and I'm telling you, I did everything that the fucking directions said to do to use this. It will not remove it 100 and million times. Fucking, it's just not gonna do it. There's no chemical out there that'll do that. But when you're in a situation like this, you have to rely on chemicals to do the job for you. If I take my grinder and I keep grinding that, two things are gonna happen. I'm gonna grind the metal down so thin that I'll put holes in it, or the heat from the grinder will heat it up and warp it. All right? So what we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and apply that product right there. I gotta hurry up with this little video. My battery's going dead, and I don't have time to go inside and get another battery. That's how much fucking work I got going here, because I gotta pay my fucking bills. So hang on one second. We're gonna take some rubbing alcohol, not denatured, but rubbing. And right now I'm just using a clean paper towel. And what I'm gonna do is wherever I'm gonna put our preventive rust inhibitor, okay, I'm gonna clean that off with rubbing alcohol, just like you see me doing here. Okay, and what that's doing, that's getting down in all the pores, and it's cleaning everything out. All right, and I'm putting it on very, very vigorously. I'm not being cheap with it. I'm actually pouring it on and taking it off. But this is what you gotta do to treat your metal with rust. You see there? Now remember, we have already DJ sanded this. We've already done all the prep work to put our self-etching primer on it. That's right, you heard me correct. We are going to apply self-etch primer on this, not epoxy primer. All right, self-etch primer actually has an acid in it that adheres to the metal. So that's what we're going to be doing on the top of the car and some other places. But once we have DA'd it down and we have washed it off just like that, we don't fuck with it no more. It's done. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of this on all the rust that's on this vehicle. Okay, if you're watching what I'm watching, you're seeing this stuff turn black. That means that this chemical, whatever's in this, is destroying the rust on contact, just like it says right there. Good product to use. I will let this dry overnight. Hold on, here's some more I didn't. Did I get that? Okay. Some rust is thicker than the others. But what I'll do, I will let this dry overnight thoroughly. And then by that time, I'll be done DA sanding this fucking car and ready to put the Self-Etch Primer and the epoxy primer on there. When we get to that stage, I'll be back to show you, motherfucker, how to fucking do it right. Take it easy. Yeah, my battery's fucking dead. I gotta go.